Now with us very distinguished panelists. Actually आप सब दूध वाले डेयरी वाले हैं, मगर थोड़ा हट के हमारे साथ मैडम ईशी खोसला जी है. She is very experienced and very I think one more gem from Lady Irving College. क्योंकि मैं 2-4 लोगों से मिला है और उसमें से आज मैडम भी है. लास्ट टाइम भी हमने जो बॉम्बे प्रोग्राम किए थे, डॉक्टर मोहन थे, सिरिल सालिस थी और दूसरे न्यूट्रिशनिस्ट थे. So she is one of the very renowned clinical nutritionist, and rather than asking her a problem, we like to know her feedback from her patients, that what is the opinion of milk and milk products, and how do you relate the consumption of milk and milk products in clinical nutrition. And so madam, it's your choice.
So first of all, thank you for the kind words, Dr. Prajapati. Thank you IDA for inviting me here to talk on a very contentious subject as far as nutrition is concerned with respect to dairy. And this is not the first time I have spoken in this association. I have been here twice or thrice, I think.
We need such because she is a columnist also, प्रेस में भी लिखती है, तो हमारे तो बहुत जरूरी है कि आप लिखो, क्योंकि हम बोलते हैं तो कुछ लोग मानते नहीं, बट आप बोलोगे तो मानेंगे.
तो सबसे पहले तो if I have to start, I would say that it is undisputable to almost sum up that milk is a powerhouse of nutrients. There is no two ways about it, and it has stood the test of time, particularly in traditional societies. However, I will also, in fact, I would add to that milk, even though it has been so integral and so valued in our societies, is undergoing a shift in its image. And one of the reasons I think why we are here is to address that. Like Dr. Mann said, how do I get my grandson to have milk? How do I have my son have a glass of milk? While we used to have gallons of milk every day. What's going on? Why is the need or the emergence of the non-dairy milk market, why has it become so big? Why is veganism growing so much, so rapidly? So there are obvious problems that we cannot be dismissive of, and we cannot wear blinkers and say that it's okay. So I think I'm not making a presentation as such, I'm just going to speak as my thoughts come to me and address the critical areas with respect to science, research and my clinical practice. First of all, let's address the fact that all dairy and all milk are not equal. We have different kinds of milk which could have different properties. That's number one, intrinsically difference in milk. And also the issue of adulteration, that milk is not milk that used to be, and that has already been addressed. So one of the negative images of milk also came with the adulterated milk. Secondly, all bodies are not the same. That's a problem, I think, which is emerging out of my own professional expertise of nutrition. As a science background and the way we have been taught that everybody is meant to have the same formula. Calories, proteins, fats should behave equally with everybody. They don't. Our bodies are different, and this difference in our bodies has magnified tremendously since the last, I would say, 2 decades, since the 1960s. Huge changes in our bodies have happened thanks to a shift in the ecosystem, in the food and the industrialization of food, and we have to take cognizance of that. And one of the fallouts of that is the emerging increase in food allergies and intolerances. So while milk may be great, milk is good, but are we all handling it the same way? As Dr. Prajapati in his slide said, I would sum it up and say it's important to address what we eat, how much we eat, how we eat it, and not only that, how we digest it and how we assimilate it. So today it's also about digestion, and this takes me to a whole concept of gut health which has emerged over the last 2 decades, even in modern science. So we all know that milk works for us, but for certain people we all know it doesn't work for us. Why? What happens to those people? Why it doesn't work? An elimination of milk may help resolve many problems. So it is not the milk, it is our gut. And I'll give you the most easy to understand example which I just was thinking while I was sitting here. That when anyone has diarrhea, loose motions, the first thing to be stopped is milk. Why? Because the gut is injured. The gut has become leaky. The barrier function of the gut has got compromised. The gut is like the outward skin, an immune organ for us. We spoke about immunity. 2/3 of the immune system lies in the gut. And this barrier function is one of the ways it protects us. So when this gut is leaky, very crudely we can say it has holes, it is bruised, it is injured, our bodies start responding differently. Undigested food particles, including milk protein, we have all spoken about the value of milk proteins, different kinds from whey to casein. They don't get broken before they reach the digestive enzymes. They have been sucked into the bloodstream, unbroken or partially broken, causing an immune reaction and a cascade of reactions which are inflammatory. So I think our ancestor reductionist approach that we have to take food as a whole, milk and dairy products as a part of a healthy diet certainly have a major role to play in our lives, but everything needs to be taken in the right spirit, and particularly with food, one size does not fit all. So I think I'm going to leave it at that and be happy to answer questions.
Thank you.